Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here, and welcome back to the channel. So today, another maintenance is passed, and I have another maintenance update video for you guys today. But before we jump to that, if you're new here, as always, I'm Chrono. I primarily cover PSO2 content. Would much appreciate to subscribe as we work our way towards that 10K mark, hopefully by the end of this year. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. So if things seem a bit off, you're gonna have to bear with me, as I have been up all night essentially setting up an entire new setup at the moment, and it's not completely done. We still have to do all the audio equipment and all that stuff, but I know a lot of you guys do kind of count on these videos to get the updated information since you don't really feel like going through it yourselves, and that's totally understandable. So I want to make sure I get that up to you guys as soon as I can, and it is currently like maybe 3 hours later than I normally release the video as of literally while I'm recording it. But that's all to say we've got some pretty spicy things available for us in this update. So if you're new to these, essentially I just go through all the important information and you're thinking to yourself, hey, why would I listen to this guy read this info when I can just read it myself? You're absolutely right. Just head over to ngs.pso2.com or pso2.com/players, scroll on down. Everything, the little red dot is usually important, but October and update information and update details are the same. Just go to update details. This should take you to the top of the same page. This takes you to directly where you want to go. We also have the server maintenance announcement that we saw yesterday. We did a video about that. We already went over it. All the patch notes, really, really cool stuff. But let's talk about what we saw basically in the headline, essentially 24 hours ago. Start out, we have Stia's exploration sectors updated. So we have a major change in melody. In Outer Area 1, I always skip the name of the first part. Now I know. Now I understand why I usually skip it, because I basically can't read, I guess. In Outer Area 1, floating islands in the sky, land surfacing and lava areas with enemies at level 95 or higher, almost all of them transformed in their Metalotics versions. Essentially, they revamped Outer Area 1 as it was pretty lame beforehand and shoved a bunch of really cool stuff into it. It's a big way where we'll be farming, because we're going to need essentially the materials that drop from the enemies that are here to upgrade our gear. And we'll talk about that in just a moment, because we'll also be covering that in another video, probably tomorrow's video, I think. Completing trials with side missions the set number of times causes Gigantics, Vardius, or Ruined Angel to spawn. Pretty freaking dope. Check out rare trials, such as a rare trial where Recon Gigants appear, and a co-op trial that charges a certain amount of Mars battery when completed. So we can get your Mars much faster. We're going to be using Mars out here. Of course, Mars is everywhere. So probably except the new UQ that's coming out. That's about the only place I think you can't use Mars. New object, Comfort Lily. Damage it enough, it'll explode, dealing elemental down and damage to enemies. So you guys have another way to troll me and heal me, apparently, because it'll heal for a set number of time as well. Good news, I am not using my low health setup for my new weapon. I have decided to go with a different setup. So lucky me, I won't have to deal with low health anymore. But I will be losing some damage. So one side you win, one side you lose. What can you do? Equipment upgrade. So new weapon and armor upgrade feature. Equipment upgrade augment transfer is coming to, equipment upgrade augment transfer is coming to the exchange shop menu. This feature will retain, use this feature to retain some of your augments while enhancing equipment. Interesting. We'll have to look at this in game. Can transfer enhancement level, enhancement caps, augments, potential level, preset skills, multi-weapons, and color variants. Well, I know this is how you'll upgrade the XLEO. That's what the XLEO is supposed to do, but is this saying that it's available for more than just the XLEO? I'm going to have to look at this in game. We'll check this out in just a moment. To start, the 11-star rarity XLEO weapon series will become upgradable, and upgradable equipment will be added in the future. So maybe this is just like this is just the XLEO upgrade, and they're just saying that this is a new thing that's for XLEO and other things will be upgradable later on. Maybe that's the way they're wording this. This just sounds like it works for everything, and I don't know that that's the case. So again, we'll check that out in game in just a bit here. And then potentials align with the upgrade item. Multi-weapons will retain their multi-weapon appearance, and color variants will become the color of the upgraded item. So the color variant will become the color variant of whatever the upgrade item becomes. We also have level cap increase for all classes, race 95, and Techter updated. So we have level 95 now, adjusted effects, potencies, and some action behaviors super wands, plus new class skills. It says new class skills. I believe it's specific to Techter. I don't like the fact they put new class skills on here after they talk about all these things, but it's probably just Techter specifically, and we'll take a look at that when we get in game. Various improvements and new features. So we have new face types, we have more accessory slots added in, additional zoom for level change camera distance, new camera settings for editing in the salon, so you can turn off the automatic zoom feature. Super cool there. New Platinum Arcs ID. You can listen to voice and sound effects of stamps while you're in the shop now. Special multi-weapon items, substitute items were added into the SG shop. Not really a big deal for us at the moment, as the current weapons aren't super expensive, but this will be really good in situations where we have like a super high dollar weapon that might be like, 50 to 100 mil, and buying another one of those, just a multi-weapon, would be super expensive, and I feel like would be a vast waste of money. So now we have a substitute item available. That way you can only have to buy one of those, and then you can just use the substitute to make the multi-weapon for those classes that do effectively need multi-weapons. We also have a new build part to replace or to place water now. So basically you no longer have to like clip pools and things like that into the ground. You can actually have a proper pool, a proper lake, so on and so forth, by just having it, in the ground. And more build parts that are weapon series. I'm just gonna have to buy these. I really, really wished they had gone with the idea of just, letting us post our own weapons, but it looks like I'm gonna have to buy these and just I live with it. We also have a new SG ticket scratch. This is going to be NG specs of Dominating Divinity and Yoshino Tefura. Gonna be real, a little Resident Sleeper. Not really all that excited for these, but it is what it is. Maybe that's in someone's aesthetic. They really, really like it. We have a new mission pass. So we've got the whale aboard accessory, pretty dope there. The cartwheel, red cartwheel, is actually pretty cool. The helmet, probably of the pilot in base PSO2 that crashed his ship over and over again. Yep, gotta love I know we kind of meme on Traspo nowadays, but nothing will beat the base PSO2 pilot who'll crash, ask for your assistance. You fight off the enemies while he fixes the plane. He takes off and then immediately crashes yet again in the exact same spot. That has happened multiple times, and it's really, really funny to listen to. But is what it is, and that's it, I believe. So everything else is for the 9th. So that's it for the moment being. We also have a character creation limit break Halloween costume party. Interesting. It's quite the mouthful of a name for an event. So new faces here basically, and now you can just customize like crazy while the new faces here. Starting on the 2nd, we have just use the salon to your heart's content. And that's all we have for the 2nd. It's just use the salon to your heart's content basically for the entire month. So there'll be more things later on, and we'll cover those things as they show up each week, but I'm not gonna like overload you guys with information. Basically just it's use the salon to your heart's content, and then there's more things coming next week. We can also double check the event scheduler. So looking at the event scheduler, we can see at the moment, let's see, it is the 2nd. So we have the 1st to the 3rd for PSO2 day. Actually technically goes to the 4th at 4 a.m. So that's pretty dope. We also have I don't know why these are separate, because this is just this. So like, that's cool, I guess. The multi-weapon substitute in the SG shop, this is TBD, meaning it's going to be continuing basically indefinitely. And then of course we have our usual stuff that is still here as of right now. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into game, and we'll take a look at what's changed there. All right, here we are in game. We have a bit of an awkward setup right now. So if I'm moving a bit weird, it's because of that. I gotta get that sorted out here really quick, but we'll get around to that. Okay, they've already taken care of that. Thank you, friends. Let's go ahead and get rid of that mail. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the newer systems that have been added. So we know, let's take a look and see first off. It's really awkward standing like this. I can take a look at campaign stuff. We got PSO2 day. Of course, being premium, we get a little bit of extra. Still an L that looks like PSO2 day is a little bit where it did kind of cause some weird stuff to happen with the rewards, but we'll talk about that again in a different video. We have, of course, the stylish, where is it? Refined form. So we can take a look at the scratch. Something that Skulls is going to cover in more detail, but at least take a look at what else is in here. Nothing too crazy, some illustration stuff. Yeah, it's just the new SG scratch, so it is what it is, nothing too crazy. And let's make sure, actually I want to take a look at the system for upgrading stuff. So They make it sound like it's going to be more useful. So we can take a look and see. Is it augment trend? No, it's supposed to be, is it item enhance? Where is this? Preset skills, multi-weapon, exchange materials. People absolutely love to just have themselves in the middle of stuff. Never fails. All right, let's see. Probably not on purpose, by the way, just how it ends up happening to be. Kind of funny. Let's see. Limit break, add augments. Preset skills. Let me do a bit of digging around, see if I can figure this thing out exactly. So it took me a moment, but they added it to the item trader. So now the item trader is our Zig. Looks like the weapons show up here. Take a look and see, and yeah, it looks like it's completely separated. So this is just like a new thing that's been added into the game. It looks like a pretty cool weapon, honestly. Like the glow effects are pretty dope. I wonder how those are going to affect them all. What's it called? A CV. So not sure how that's going to work out, but we'll have to grind out the weapon and take a look at it after we get it together. We can't, can we see what does it show me? No, it shows what the weapon's going to become, right? The duo Celio blades plus 90 does show a pretty substantial jump in, that's wild. That's a pretty nice jump in power that we see there. Also, like, it's kind of funny because it's showing plus 274 and plus 290. That's just how much more it is than this. I'm not sure why it does that. It's very strange that it's set up this way, but it looks like it's asking for items. So yeah, Exio blades, Exio blades. We do need some materials, but we won't be able to see what it's going to turn into or anything along those lines until we actually have the materials. So those are where the system's at. It's going to require materials from the new zone, which if we take a look at Stia, has been updated. So we have, it looks like, I believe, what, rank 2 of, yeah, outer area 1. Yeah, outer area 1 has been essentially revamped into where these items are at. And you can see that they're right over there. We have the interesting name for the grinders. Okay, we'll have to check that out, but I believe that's about everything. Pretty sure we're not missing anything. I'm gonna do one last pass really quick to make sure nothing else was missed. And that pretty much does it. Let me know if there's anything I missed in the comments below. Like if you enjoyed the video, sub if you want to keep up with more. As always, thanks to channel members. You guys are fantastic, and I appreciate every single one of you. And the question of today's video. So I know there are plenty of people out there that play more than one class, or maybe you only play one class, who knows? But what's the first X-Leo that you will be upgrading? Can be soaring blades like me? Maybe you're making a sword, that way you can farm things easier. Maybe you're making I almost call it a tact, but a harmonizer, because you're out there playing Waker. Sound off in the comments below. Either way, take care, my friends. Peace out.